Can you tell them how you started writing the children's books, of which there are 17, by the way?
Yes, there are 17
It started with a bit of a bet.
It did. Many years, at least 35, 37 years ago, I was touring, making a movie, and we took the whole family. And to keep the kids occupied, who were being appalling. They didn't pick up their laundry, they didn't brush their teeth, they didn't help make the bed, it was a summer holiday and they couldn't care less. But we were filming and life was, busy. And so I said, okay, kids, let's play a game. Let's say whoever doesn't brush teeth, pick up laundry, and help a little bit has to pay a forfeit. And so our eldest daughter said, okay, but you have to play the game too, Julie. And I said, well, what do I have to do, And she said, well, you have to stop cussing so much. And I said, what, moi? And so I hadn't realized that I mean, I don't cuss terribly, but I must have been a little explosive because there was just so much chaos going on. So I said, okay, I'll play the game too. I was the first to lose. And so I said, okay, what's my forfeit going to be? And that smart oldest daughter of mine said, write me a story. And the first children's book came out of that.
Isn't that great? Wonderful. It's just such a wonderful story. I find that so touching. And what does the family think of the book? Everybody loves it.
I think they're pleased. I know that they were curious and they didn't know some of my stories, and I hadn't spoken about a lot of it to anybody. The thing that I think is so amazing, and I wanted to write it, and the reason it's in there, is that my parents made a quantum leap from their beginnings. I mean, quantum leap. My grandmother was a lady called a tweenie, who is the lady that gets up, and she was only 11 years old. She got up to make the fires at 4 o'clock for the servants to be able to function so that they could do their chores around the house for the people that lived upstairs. And they made a quantum leap from their beginnings, and then I made a second quantum leap, and it's such a miracle to me that these kind of wonderful things can happen.
It is. It's an absolute miracle, and it just gives you so much more understanding of your place in the world. It's humbling. It makes you attached.
Yeah.
I think it's so important for every family to do that, to connect and spend time sharing their stories together.
It sure gives you an appreciation of how lucky you are.
It certainly does.
Yeah.
It certainly does. It's very humbling. I absolutely love her. Audrey Hepburn was such a beautiful woman inside.
She was.
And can you describe what's going on in this picture here?
This was the Academy Awards, and My Fair Lady had been nominated as a movie, and I had been nominated for Mary Poppins, and I was lucky enough to win for my first Academy Award for Mary Poppins. And it was the first film I'd ever made. It was a great evening, and this gracious, lovely lady, who later became a great friend of mine, and who played my role, Eliza Doolittle, in the movie of My Fair Lady.
Isn't that great?
And she once said to me, she said, Julie, you should have done the role, but I didn't have the guts to turn it down. Oh. And she was a great friend of mine. She's a beautiful woman inside now, as are you. Thank you so much for joining us today. What can I say? She gives me goosebumps. And it's a fabulous, fabulous book, guys. Go grab yourself a copy. Grab a snack or a cup of tea. We'll be right back. Cheers, my love. Thank you.